Today we're gonna go take a look at a really beautiful house in Gaital. But first I'm at the Mercado. I'm gonna be picking up a pineapple. And I also wanna show you the different neighborhoods that are in El Valle. So first we'll kind of take a little tour around town and I'll show you a map that shows you the different areas of town. All right, I'm off to get the pineapple. This turn in the road coming up on the left is where you would go to get to the river, Chorro Las Mozas, and then if you kept going further, you would take that road to get to La Cruces, which is the viewpoint, and then a couple of different roads that would go down to Panama. These first three areas that I'm going to take you through, La Reforma, La Compañía, and La Pintada, are all at the foothills of the La Pintada mountain, and that's where India Dormida is located. There are quite a few festivals that are held in this field. I know that's where the Bado Fest has been held. I have yet to attend, but perhaps this year will be the year. This is circling around to La Compañía and La Pintada, and it's on this road that we approach the area for the hike to get up to India Dormida. There's actually a few different ways to approach the hike. This one is at the spine of the mountain, and you go up past a few waterfalls and you go past the painted rocks, La Pintada, and then up to like the head and face of India Dormida. There is another way to go on the hike, and that is at the base of where her feet are located. The most direct road to get to La Pintada, the bridge has been under construction for a while. I'm actually surprised at how quickly they've been repairing it, but for now you have to go around like the back way, which is a little bit longer, but it's so scenic. Who really cares? This road in La Compañía goes to where the Canopy Lodge is located. That's where a lot of people come to do bird watching. And also on that road is the Chorro El Macho. That's the big, beautiful waterfall that has the zip lining. And this is the main road, Ruta 71, going through town. All the restaurants, the church is on the right-hand side, and then we have the Cano Bakery on the left. They have really good baked goods. They have strudel, which is really delicious. And then just on this street up from the Delta station, there's this really beautiful neighborhood with lots of estate homes. And that's one thing I've noticed about El Valle is that you just take a turn and all of a sudden you're in this neighborhood that's just really lush and lots of beautiful homes. For as small as El Valle is, there's always something new to discover. This is the entrance to Gaital, and this is where the house is that we're going to be seeing. So as you can surmise from the name of the area, it's at the foothills of the Gaital mountain. So in this community, there are people who live there full time. There are people who have their weekend homes and come from the city. And obviously, I guess people with vacation homes that come from other countries. And this is the street that the house is on. The house is just here on the right-hand side. It has two entrances for the parking. The lot size is 2,728 square meters. For square meters of the interior, they do things a little differently here, so I'm not exactly sure. I think I might have mentioned before that most of the houses come furnished. This house has some really nice furnishings, and the house is listed at $550. It has 4 bedrooms. One of them is upstairs. It's kind of like the master suite, and it has a really nice balcony outside of it. So just over to the right, that's where there's like a guest bathroom and then 3 of the bedrooms. And then this is the main living room. It's got a nice fireplace. It also has a fireplace outside on that huge patio. I really like the layout of this, where you have the bedrooms just on one side of the house and you have the living area kind of separate. That way if people are up late, they won't disturb you. This is the master bedroom. Nice sized bathroom and pretty decent sized closet. Each of these downstairs bedrooms has their own bathroom. Pretty decent sized kitchen, and I always love when there's a window at the sink so that you can look out at something pretty when you're doing the dishes. Or in this case, maybe the housekeeper is. There's a maid's quarters that's off of the kitchen area, where there's also a laundry area. I'd say this house is perfectly set up for entertaining. I love pass-through windows. And then that fireplace is over to the left on the patio. But this patio is just huge, looking out over the yard, and there's lots of little spots in the yard to sit, watch the nature, listen to the birds, watch your flowers and fruit trees growing. It's funny because, I always say, like, wait a year before buying anything, live in the area where you think you might want to be before purchasing anything to settle down. And yet you see a house like this and you're like, well, of course I could buy this and be happy there immediately. I think if I was a multi-millionaire, I would have a ton of properties and just renovate them as hobby projects, because I just love looking at real estate and I love coming up with ideas and thinking about ways that you can transform spaces or just decorate them. And isn't this sweet? A little bridge that goes over to the pond. I think my camera lens was making this patio look like twice as big as it is. And you know what's really cool? These beams, it's not wood. It's metal to be painted to look like wood. They did a really good job because it fooled me. But that is really good because then you won't have termite damage. It's one thing I would love if I had some tall, mature trees on my lot. This is that patio balcony area that's off the master bedroom. Well, I hope you liked the walkthrough of this property, and I hope to have more for you in the future. I love looking at real estate. So if you like this video, consider subscribing. I'm going to show you now the other couple of areas that we left off on the map. Now we're going to the Caparita area, but this road has one of my favorite houses on it. It was recently completed. I just love that sprawling estate and that beautiful mountain view up to Gaital. I love how each neighborhood has a little chapel. Between this blue gate and the white gate is the entrance to the Golden Frog. On Friday nights they have a nice happy hour and they have really good nachos. Oh my gosh, their nachos are amazing. So this is the area known as Caparita, and again, some nice big homes, estate homes, some more modest size homes, and this road goes all the way out to the main road, Ruta 71, where the other Delta gas station is located. It's interesting in El Valle, there really are a lot of different microclimates. So the wind tends to come off of Gaital, so that area can be more windy when it's the dry season. And then where I am in Caña Blanca is more of like the lowest elevation of El Valle. So that tends to be like a little more saturated in the ground. And in Las Medinas, that's the last little neighborhood that I'll show you, they often have some flooding. And also, so it can be raining in one part of the valley, and then 10 minutes later, the other part will get it. It's really pretty fascinating. I think I might have learned my lesson about driving in roads that I really don't have any business driving on. So in the past, I probably would have driven all the way up this road, but I'm learning. So this is around the corner from where I am. This is Hotel Caracaral, and there's a new street sign that says Calle Las Medinas, and that's the area, I think, right next to me. I think technically I'm in Caña Blanca, but I could also be in Las Medinas. Well, I hope that gives you a good lay of the land of El Valle. And if you're coming to visit, just get in the car and drive around. If you're looking for property, you'll see some Se Vende signs. Go down the little side streets, talk to neighbors, talk to people, and you'll be surprised what you might find.